Welcome to Ouch. Was that a ghost? This podcast may contain graphic material, which some listeners may find disturbing. Listener discretion is advised.
Help me.
Now that we covered that, here's your host, Liz.
Welcome back to Ouch, Was That a Ghost? Today I have the fabulous Christine from her podcast Dark Mysteries and now the Witching Hour Chronicles. I'm a huge fan. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
You are the astrology expert.
I wouldn't say expert, but I've been learning, so we'll see how this goes.
So I can throw you a, hey, what's your sign?
Yeah, Capricorn all the way over here.
That's probably the corniest pickup line ever, but I feel like it's never going to end.
Yes, but those of us who are into all that definitely use it. I wouldn't say as a pickup line, but anytime I start talking to someone new, it's like, so what's your sign? Yeah, anytime we get a new employee at work, that's one of the main things. So what sign are you?
See, I don't know. I want to know which ones are like the ones that you have to look out for, which ones are the good ones. And I know that each sign has like an opposite, but I've heard it's like yin yang type thing, like a good to be with your opposite, but then I've heard the opposite is terrible to be with.
I don't know. It's really weird because I'm a Capricorn, my sister's a Cancer, and we honestly do not have a good relationship and don't get along at all. But I know so many other Cancers that I get along great with. So there's a lot that go into it, not just, this is my sign. Are we ready to get this started?
Absolutely. So whether skeptical or not in the zodiac or astrology, it is really interesting that it's been around and studied for thousands of years. The zodiac, which translates to the circle of animals.
I didn't know that.
There's different types of zodiac, obviously, like Chinese zodiac, which have the animal years, but we're just going to be doing the Western zodiac today. And even then, we're doing it very minimally because there's way too much. I know you said on your podcast you've done, like 5 or 6 that have barely even touched it on it?
Yes. Well, I did. Yeah, I did the sun sign, the moon sign, the rising sign.
Oh my gosh.
And now I just got published on Friday, the 5th house of all 12 houses of the birth chart. So it's complicated.
There is a lot. The zodiac signs have been influenced by the Egyptians, the Greeks, the Babylonian, and the Aztecs, just to name a few. The Babylonians, as far back as the 1st century, got the zodiac from the Egyptians, who back then they had a 13th constellation that was included. It was called Ophiuchus. That doesn't sound right.
I've heard of it, but I've never really looked into that.
But I guess the Babylonians were like, hey, we have a 12-month calendar, so we're just going to drop that one. It doesn't go with our style, It's too much.
That's funny.
Then from the Babylonians, the Greek got the zodiac sign, and then they dated them based on the sun's orbit. And then they made their way to the Romans. I don't know why I always thought Greek and Romans were the same. I'm really stupid. But Romans...
I feel like they have a lot of very similar, belief systems.
Yeah, they, meshed in my mind, but one's from Greece and one's from Rome. Duh.
Right.
But it gained most of its popularity when the Greek astronomer Ptolemy, how do you say that?
I have no clue. Words are hard.
Ptolemy? That's perfect pronunciation. Don't worry about it. He put it in his book, Tetrabiblos, which was a book on philosophy and astrology back in the 2nd century. And then it made its way to the Western world. That's crazy that there was a 2nd century, by the way.
Right.
Over time, astronomy, which is the Greek word for star and culture, and astrology were separated. But back then, these people went all in on it. Like, some doctors would not operate if the position of a certain constellation wasn't how it was supposed to be in their eyes. You know what I mean? It was like a science to them.
That's a bit extreme.
I know, you need to get your leg amputated. Nope.
But I've heard about people not wanting to cut their hair if the moon was in a certain phase and stuff like that.
Really?
So, yes.
That's great. That could have saved me some bad perms, man. It was a science back then, but now it's seen as more of a pseudoscience. While there's plenty of examples of correlation of certain traits of people who share the same sign, there's no actual scientific validity to it, if you know what I mean.
Right.
The zodiac, which are based on constellations, is largely influenced by Greek mythology. In the Western astrology, the zodiac is made up of 12 astrological signs, each taking up 30 degrees, so in total 360 degrees, like the Earth's orbit around the sun, which correlates to 1 degree per day. Is this boring? Yeah.
No, not at all.
So the 12 signs that you see in the paper, if you want to read your horoscope, I don't know if anyone actually reads the paper anymore, probably just online. I'm just old. But these are the signs that are based on seasons or the tropical zodiac. That's more what we're going to delve into today.
Interesting.
And when we split the year, were we splitting it from January up or from the beginning of the zodiac up? Because I
did from the beginning of the zodiac. So, yeah, I started at Aries.
Perfect.
I kept having to Google which is the first sign in the zodiac. Because it just doesn't make sense. Why doesn't it start in January?
That's what you would think.
Right. But I guess Capricorn is December and January, so that just means our calendar's all screwed up.
It is. And I guess over the years, they all shifted somewhat.
Right. And I've heard that too. I've heard that if you were born a Capricorn, then because the way they've shifted, you're no longer a Capricorn. But I've never researched that, so, I mean, I could be 100% wrong, but this is just what I've heard.
95% of this episode is probably wrong, but that's fine, because we're learning.
Right, exactly.
Not correct information, but we're learning. Yeah, so Aries starts on spring equinox, which...
Yeah, I could start with Aries, because I did Aries through Virgo.
Okay, perfect.
So Aries starts March 21st and it goes to April 19th. It's a fire sign, so fire sign is one of the elements that you bring in there. I haven't researched any of the elements yet, so don't ask what it means. Haven't gotten that far yet.
It means hot.
Right, but Aries tend to be great leaders, very ambitious, fearless and courageous, full of energy. They're very creative, have a lot of passion about their interests, tend to be very optimistic, honest, confident, independent. So those are the good things. Some of the negative traits, they tend to have a lot of aggression, kind of a short fuse, can be reckless, competitive, impulsive. I know several Aries, and that describes them to a T. So some of the world leaders for Aries that I found, Alexander the Great.
Ooh.
Let's see. He had bold military strategies. He had the ability to inspire and lead his troops to victories. Let's see. Another... I don't know if you'd consider this a world leader. It's really not. But Leonardo da Vinci was an Aries.
Yeah, he's super influential, so yeah.
Right. He was an artist. He had a lot of crazy inventions. So yeah, there's a good one. Joan of Arc was an Aries. She was born a peasant girl who led French forces during the Hundreds-Year War. Let's see. Thomas Edison was an Aries. And, he invented the light bulb. And Winston Churchill, he was said to be very charismatic and a courageous leader during World War II. So yeah, those are all the ones I found for Aries. Do you know any Aries?
See, you said like politicians, and I don't know why my mind goes to like actors and singers like an idiot. So I found Sir Elton John and Jackie Chan, but oh, you mean personally?
Yeah.
I honestly can't think of any Aries that I know. I probably do, and they probably hate me because I can't remember their birthday right now.
And they're like, how dare you? I did find a lot of actors, though, that were Aries. I didn't take notes on any of those ones.
Oh, that's totally fine. We went different ways with that. I like yours more, going for the more influential people.
Well, yeah, I figured, I don't know, it seemed like a good, interesting list that most people wouldn't have thought of, so.
No, definitely. And I looked into the Greek stories for all of them, because I don't know why I never put that together, that each one had like a Greek origin. But the Aries is supposed to be connected with the tale of Jason and the Argonauts. The myth tells of Pherex and Helle, the children of Athamas and the goddess of the clouds, Nephel. I'm probably pronouncing everything perfect. The king fell in love with another woman named Ino, and the boy's mother took off, and she was so angry that she left a drought, because the mother is the goddess of the clouds. So their stepmother tried to sacrifice them, the two children, to try to end the drought. But their mother found out about this and sent a ram with a golden fleece to save her children. Some places say both children survived, some say one fell to their death. But either way, Zeus put the ram up in the sky to memorialize him.
That's pretty fascinating. I love Greek mythology, and yeah, that's pretty cool.
They always do too much, though.
Right. All right, Taurus. So Taurus is from April 21st to May 21st. It's an earth sign. I don't know, this to me is not necessarily a positive trait. Could be positive, could be negative, but they have a love for luxury and beauty. You go too far with that, and that could be really bad.
That could definitely go either way.
Right. They're said to have a lot of patience. They're down to earth, have a lot of common sense, reliable, very kind, very intelligent and hardworking. Negative traits: jealousy, stubborn, very codependent, and very materialistic.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a few here. Ulysses S. Grant, who was the 18th president of the United States, was a Taurus. James Monroe, which was also a president. He was also Secretary of State, Governor of Virginia. He was a Senate member and ambassador to Britain and France. So he was a Taurus. James Buchanan, also a president. And okay, here's one that's not good, is Adolf Hitler was a Taurus. I just had to throw that in there because I couldn't have all good guys.
Well, I guess he was influential, though. Not in a good way, but yeah.
I mean, he really got people together for one common goal, even if it was kind of a shit goal, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. So the famous ones that I saw were Henry Cavill and Channing Tatum, which yours, again, a lot better.
I mean, those are pretty good too, so...
Taurus, which is Latin for bull. The Greek mythology connection to that was that Zeus is a pervert, if you know anything about Greek mythology. He transformed into a bull to impress and to hook up with this girl, Europa, and...
That's wrong on so many levels.
Yeah, but somehow that's how, I guess, it made to the constellation. They have all these weird-ass backstories for all of them.
Interesting. Are we ready for Gemini?
Absolutely.
All right, so Gemini goes from May 22nd to June 22nd. They are said to have a lot of charisma, very savvy, very intuitive, creative, good sense of humor, and very sociable. Some negative traits. And this is funny because the article I was looking at, next to negative traits, it said the demonic side of Gemini.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, I can go into that. It says immaturity, inconsistency, mood swings, impulsiveness.
Okay.
Now, Geminis are definitely said to kind of have split personalities. And my daughter, my 17-year-old, is a Gemini, and we could be laughing, having a great time one minute, and I say one little word she doesn't like, and it's the end of the world. So, definitely have a split personality. Yeah, they're a little difficult. Anyways, so JFK was a Gemini.
Oh, wow.
Queen Victoria was a Gemini.
Yeah, I found Idina Menzel and Chris Evans. The Greek myth with that, which Gemini Latin for the twins, is Castor and Pollux were twin brothers and their mother was Leda. And surprise, Zeus, the perv, came in. He turned into a swan and impregnated her. I said that all wrong. Whatever, I'll just leave it. But those twin brothers, basically he impregnated her with one child and her husband impregnated her with another child. But it's so weird back then. They're just like, oh, I'll be a swan to hook up with her. Like, okay, that's
what I'm wondering is, why do these women fall for animals? Like, there's something seriously wrong there.
I no clue. I could not answer that. But I guess the twins went off into battle and one of the boys, Castor, was killed. So Pollux, the other brother, he didn't want to be without his brother, so he asked Zeus to immortalize the two brothers together. So Zeus did, and he put them up in the sky and made Gemini.
Interesting. I always thought I really liked Greek mythology, but I might have to rethink that. There's just so much wrong with it.
Oh, it's so freaky.
Yeah. Anyways, Cancer. So that goes June 21st to July 2nd. It is a water sign. Let's see. They are said to be very loyal and protective, very intuitive, caring, charming, faithful. Negative traits: very moody, vengeful, insecure, manipulative, and very unpredictable. I would have to agree with a lot of that.
I'm trying to think again of any Cancers I know. I don't know why it's so hard for me to remember birthdays right now.
Like I said, my sister, and she definitely has all those negative traits. Don't worry, she doesn't listen to any of this. So,
good.
But I have some really good friends that are Cancer, and they are some of the best people I know. Let's see. Nelson Mandela is a Cancer, or was a Cancer. The 30th president, Calvin Coolidge, was a Cancer. And Gerald Ford Jr., who is the 38th president, was a Cancer.
Okay. I found Nikola Tesla, who is one of my heroes. I love him. And Margot Robbie, who is
nice.
And Post Malone. I was trying to think of the movies that Margot Robbie has been in. The Suicide Squad, when she was...
Tarzan.
Was she in Tarzan?
She was in Tarzan. She was Jane. That's the main character's name, right? Besides Tarzan?
Yeah, I didn't know she was in that. I think of her as Barbie, or as in... Oh my gosh, why can't I think of Joker's girl?
God, no, I can't think of it, and I've seen it.
Harley Quinn. I don't know why that took so long to hit my brain. I'm sorry.
I just could remember everybody wanted to be her for Halloween.
Yeah. Cancer, which is the crab. The Greek story with that is, while Hercules was battling Hydra, Hera, who was Zeus's wife, and she hated Hercules because he was the result of Zeus screwing around. So during the battle with Hydra, Hera sent a crab down to bite Hercules, and Hercules killed the crab by stepping on it. Hera, to thank the crab for at least trying, made him into a constellation.
Interesting. They're like, we're just going to put you right up there in the sky.
Hey, you tried. A for effort.
All right. Leo goes July 23rd to August 23rd. It's a fire sign. They are said to be very courageous, They are strong leaders, very protective, ambitious, very generous, have a great sense of humor. Let's see, lost my place. Very optimistic and honest. So negative traits. They're a little too self-confident, very arrogant, stubborn, have a lot of pride and jealousy. I definitely know some Leos like that. It's like we all notice all the negative signs from people.
Oh, definitely. Those definitely stick out way more.
Yeah. Let's see. Barack Obama is a Leo.
Mm-hmm.
Herbert Hoover, who was the 31st president. Benjamin Harris, which is the 23rd president. And Bill Clinton, the 42nd president.
Okay.
A lot of presidents are Leos.
Yeah. So Leo, or the lion, was part of the first of Hercules' 12 labors. So when Hercules fought and defeated the lion, he skinned the mythical lion and wore its pelt, and the lion's bravery was memorialized in the sky by Zeus. Oh, and the famous ones that I found were Terry Crews and Harry Potter.
That's awesome. I don't know why Terry Crews kind of creeps me out a bit.
He's so funny.
He's funny, but I don't know. I love him in White Chicks, though.
Oh, he's so good.
Oh, it's hilarious. All right. Virgo. August 23rd through September 22nd, and they're an earth sign. They're hard workers, creative, reliable, intelligent, and have an analytical mind. I'm surprised I said that word right. Some negative traits. Too high standards. They're always worried about something. They're a perfectionist and can be very judgmental. I don't know. When I describe Virgos, I always say, okay, an asshole Virgo. My mom is a Virgo, but she is one of my best friends. But yeah, at times I'm just like, okay, I can't right now. Couldn't find any like non-actors, world leaders for Virgo, so I don't have any for this one.
Well, I have Adam Sandler, Melissa McCarthy, and Idris Elba.
Those are good ones.
I guess influential in different ways.
Yes.
So Virgo, the maiden or the virgin, the Greek mythology story behind that is Astraea, the daughter of a Titan, helped her father in this Titan god war by bringing some lightning. So Zeus placed her in the sky to reward her for her loyalty.
I just don't understand how a reward for loyalty is being put in the sky, because that has been several of them.
That's pretty much all of them. They're like, good job, here you go, sky.
I just don't get it, but okay. Well, that was my list.
So Libra, September 23rd to October 22nd. And I'm sure these days may be different from what everyone else has, because it seems like they're a day or two off in every single thing that you look at.
Right.
They're said to represent the scales of justice. The Greek story behind it is there's variations on this one, like all of them. But in one version, Astraea was placed in the sky for helping her father. The one that just happened, that was thrown in the sky for helping her father with the lightning bolt.
Right.
I guess she was carrying a scale of justice, so that just became a constellation. Because why not?
Right.
It's said to be ruled by Venus. Libras are said to be fair, harmonious, intellectuals with a strong sense of justice. I didn't do as many traits as you did at all. And for their negatives, it said that they're manipulative and indecisive, which I agree with indecisive. I'm a Libra, and I can't make up my mind on anything. If a room has to be painted, it will sit there for 3 months until I decide a color.
My son is a Libra, and I know that, and I know a couple others, and they could be a little difficult at times. So I get that. I totally get that.
Yeah, I didn't see stubborn, but I feel like stubborn should definitely be on there from every Libra I know, including myself.
Right.
Famous Libras I found were Snoop Dogg, Kate Winslet, and Julie Andrews.
Well, those are good.
Mm-hmm. Mary Poppins. The next one, Scorpio, is the next one that I have. It's October 23rd to November 21st. Translates to the Scorpion. This comes from the story of Orion. He was out hunting one day and he boasted that he could kill all the animals on the planet Earth. And the god of the hunt, Artemis, heard this and wasn't too happy. So they sent down a scorpion to stop him. The scorpion bit Orion and killed him. And Orion and the scorpion were both placed in the sky. They were placed in the sky so that if Scorpio rises, then Orion disappears. And if Orion rises, then the Scorpio disappears. So the Scorpion's like forever taunting him that he bested him, which I think is kind of funny.
Interesting.
It says Mars and Pluto are the ruling planets. Scorpios are said to be charismatic, mysterious, and devoted to loved ones. And their negative traits are said to be that they are very stubborn and protective, but I don't think protective is really a bad trait. I don't know why I put that there.
I don't know. On a lot of the ones I was looking at, it had traits that were in the good category that should have been in the negative and vice versa. So who knows? I guess it just depends on your point of view, I guess.
Yeah. The famous Scorpios I found were Winona Ryder and Bill Gates.
Interesting.
I like the most random names, sorry. Sagittarius goes from November 22nd to December 21st. This is the archer, centaur with a bow. The centaur is said to be Chiron, a centaur that was smart and kind, which was out of character for them. He was a healer, and he was actually a trainer that trained many Greek heroes. Hercules, I guess, was hanging out with him one day and accidentally killed him. So as a way to say sorry, Zeus gave him a constellation.
Put you up in the sky, too.
Jupiter is said to be the ruling planet. The positive traits are that they are very giving, curious, honest, and always up for an adventure. The negative traits are they are very clumsy, which is actually really funny, or very impatient. The famous ones that I found were Ben Stiller, Britney Spears, and Bruce Lee.
And they just all seem like nothing alike from what we see.
Nothing.
Nothing.
And I cannot see clumsy as Bruce Lee.
No, not at all. I think if he's ever clumsy doing his stuff, he's like meaning to be clumsy.
Definitely. Capricorn, December 21st to January 20th, or the mountain goat. The myth goes that Amalthea, the one that protected and nursed Zeus when Kronos, his father, wanted to eat him. I guess at some point she was a goat too, so it was placed up there to like honor her. But there's other versions that it was like Pan the goat or all these different, so I don't really know what that one's all about. But it's said to be ruled by the god Saturn, and their positive traits are that they're very disciplined, determined, loyal, and modest. And their negative traits are that they're very pessimistic and critical.
That I'm always being told, why do you have to be so negative?
The famous Capricorns I found were Lin-Manuel Miranda, Betty White, and Elvis.
Yes, I think Elvis has a birthday right around mine.
Oh, does he? That's cool.
Mine's January 5th, and I'm pretty sure... Now I'm going to Google it real quick. January 8th.
Oh, yeah, so he's right around the corner. I keep going down those rabbit holes on TikTok they have about that guy, Bob Joyce, I think is his name, and they say that it's Elvis still alive.
I mean, I don't know that I believe all those. You never know.
You don't, but it's a rabbit hole. Just be careful if you fall down.
Yeah, I try not to, because I try to avoid TikTok whenever possible. I don't understand it, for one thing.
You blink and an hour went by.
And I don't know, staring at my phone watching videos gives me a headache. I just can't do it.
I do it to try to make myself tired to go to sleep, and it just energizes me more because you're staring at a screen.
Right. Well, they say don't sleep with electronics in your room, but that's impossible. So.
Yeah, I can't do that.
No, my phone is my alarm clock, so.
The next one is Aquarius, January 21st to February 18th. The water bearer. The myth goes that Zeus saw Ganymedes, I'm probably butchered that, who was a very handsome young man, and Zeus decided he was going to kidnap him. So he went and scooped him up and brought him to Mount Olympus to make him a cupbearer. And then I guess later, to honor the young man that he kidnapped...
Let me guess. Put him in the sky.
Yeah, because why not? Hey, at least they're not having sex with swans anymore.
Or bulls. Any kind of wild animal.
They're crazy, man. Aquarius are said to be very social, creative. They push boundaries and they're quirky. But their negatives are said to be that they're very stubborn and can be emotionally distant.
That makes sense. I can only think of one Aquarius that I know off the top of my head, and that does describe her in all aspects.
Yeah, this is my younger son to a T, how they just said
Right.
it. Like, he'll be the best social whatever, but then when he wants to be distant, he will be distant.
Yep.
He wants to be stubborn, he will be stubborn. I'm like, okay. The famous Aquariuses that I found were Abe Lincoln and Ed Sheeran.
Wow. I mean, I don't even know if you could compare the two.
I love how I see a list of like 50 and these are the two that I choose because that's how my brain works.
They're good ones.
The last sign is Pisces, February 19th to March 20th. This is the fish. The Greek thing was that Aphrodite and Eros, her son, were under attack by a monster typhoon who is said to be one of the scariest creatures. And Zeus turned Aphrodite and Eros into fish so they could swim away. And then I guess two other fish helped them. And to thank those fish, what do you think they did?
Put them in the sky.
Yes! The best thank you gift ever. Yep.
That's great.
Jupiter and Neptune are the ruling planets. Pisces are said to be very wise, empathetic, intuitive, and said to be one of, if not the most creative sign. But their negatives are that they can be very moody and very lazy.
I also can say crybabies. I think it's the water sign. It's because I don't know what it is. I know a lot of Pisces that are just very, very emotional, and it's not always a good thing.
Okay.
I don't know. I also have a couple really good friends that are Pisces, but most Pisces I know, it's like, stop crying, please.
Oh, wow. Again, I can't think of anybody off the top of my head, and I probably have 50 people that hate me right now. The famous Pisces that I found were Albert Einstein, Kurt Cobain, and Johnny Cash.
Okay. I just love how they're all so very different.
Yes.
All of them.
But yeah, that's the super basic of each one. And I guess that there's such difference too, because if you look at your, what do you call it, your star chart or your birth chart, that if you're born like in the morning, you'd be a complete different trajectory than if you were born at night. And there's so many variants that can happen.
And if you're born on the cusp, also, see, because like this is your sun sign, so that just is like your basic, more dominant personality traits. But then you get into your rising sign and your moon sign, and your moon sign is all about your emotions. And you're right, I forget exactly what your rising sign represents, but then you put it all together. That's why you can't, like, just because it says one sign, this is their trait, it's like, yeah, but I'm not like that. It's because you got to take all that other stuff into account as well. It gets complicated.
Have you ever gotten your chart done and read?
No. Well, my mom had it done for me when I was a teenager, but that was years ago. I don't want to get into how many. So I don't even remember any of it. I did try to, when I started my whole series on the birth chart, tried getting online and doing like a little birth chart calculator, but I had to, like, it gave me a very basic, and then I had to pay for like a full detailed one, and I just said forget it.
Yeah.
But I am, like, my sun sign is Capricorn, and then my moon sign is Taurus, and then my rising sign is a Scorpio.
Oh, wow.
So it's, you got to take all those and put them together to make you whole, kind of. But most people don't even know about all that, and they just know about, oh, I'm a Capricorn.
I didn't know any of it until I started reading for today, and we only did like the basic. But then I was reading, and there's zodiac elements, and there's the modalities, the qualities. There's like all these other things that can affect it. And I didn't even know these existed.
Right. And then if you get into like the houses of the birth chart, it's like, okay, what planet, what zodiac, what element was all in that house at the time of your birth? And there's 12 of them to go through, and it's so complicated.
And it looks like all those charts, none of them say anything, so you have to know the symbol before you even go on and try to read anything.
Yes, exactly.
Like, I want to do it, but I don't know if I'm that motivated to do it.
Well, I had a listener request to start researching all of it, and I'd say I'm about halfway through it all now, but then I think when I'm done with the houses, I got to get into the elements, because that's also a part of it. Mm-hmm. But that's only like 4, so that won't be as long as 12 houses.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And the other thing I wanted to touch on, because the other reason I was really interested in the zodiac is because everybody always says Mercury's in retrograde, and I had no idea what it meant. So the only thing that I found was that although it has no medical basis, it's said to cause issues with mental health, relationships, or just an overall make people off for some reason when Mercury is in retrograde.
Yes. It kind of slows everything down. My first episode on the Witching Hour Chronicles, I actually did my very first one was how to survive Mercury retrograde. But yeah, it kind of wreaks havoc on personal relationships at work, your friends. It also affects your electronics. So if you're ever like, why is my internet not working? Why is this not working? More often than not, it's probably Mercury's in retrograde, because it happens like 3 or 4 times a year. And it's like Mercury will slow down in its orbit, and it almost, because it goes faster than the Earth when it orbits, and it'll slow down to where we're going faster, and it almost makes it look like it's going backwards.
Oh, and that's why they call it that?
Yes. And so then it just it makes you kind of slow down, reflect on pretty much life, and pretty much, hey, think before you talk, because if you are talking with a loved one, things can get misinterpreted and arguments can start. So think before you speak, kind of thing.
I have seen I read one article today that was talking about Mercury in retrograde, and they said that it's pretty common for people to go back with their exes during this time, which I thought was pretty funny.
Yes, that's another thing that it says is somebody or something from your past will revisit. And yeah, if you have that phone ringing and it's a number you recognize, don't answer it.
Dodge it.
Just don't answer it.
They're an ex for a reason. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yes. So in my research, I did find some statistics that I thought were kind of interesting. So I know I see on Facebook a lot where it says, oh, these are the list of serial killers and their zodiacs. So there are 4 different signs. Cancer, Pisces, Sagittarius, and Scorpio account for almost 40% of serial killers.
Oh, wow.
Gemini, Taurus combined account for only about 11%. And then killers born in the sign of Capricorn accounted for more victims total on average than those in any other sign.
Oh my gosh. Hey, I dodged the list, so I'm happy over here. I'm just listening.
It says that Capricorns killed more than 800 people, or 19 on average was the lowest, which was Virgos.
Yeah, they killed 19 on average people?
Per serial killer that was a Virgo. Opposed to...
That number just seems so big.
Well, I guess combined. I don't know. It's where... Okay, it said combined they've killed more than 800 people, or 19 on average. Maybe 19 per killer.
That's still a lot.
And the lowest average was... So the lowest average was for Virgos with 7 victims each.
I mean, you think of Jack the Ripper, who was huge. And I mean, his numbers, they only count as canonical, but I think that's like 5, right?
That's still a lot too. Right. So water signs, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, accounted for the highest number of killers, 28% of killers and 20% of victims. The highest number of killers and victims.
That's strange.
With 28 and 27. I don't know where they're getting these numbers, but that just all seems really crazy to me.
Yeah, that they're just as much the victims as the killers.
Right.
That's crazy.
So presidents. We've had 6 presidents that were a Scorpio. We've had 5 that were Aquarius, 4 that were Cancer, 4 Capricorn, 4 Leo, 4 Libra, 4 Pisces, 4 Taurus, 3 Gemini, 3 Sagittarius, 2 Aries, and 2 Virgo. So the highest number would be Scorpio, with 6 different presidents were Scorpio.
The ones that are up there with the serial killers. Nice. Good to know.
Well, I don't trust a lot of government, so... But that is all my notes I got.
No, that was great. It was very interesting.
It was. I really enjoyed that.
But yeah, thank you so much for coming on. And if you guys like weird stuff, which if you're listening to this, I'll assume you do, be sure to check out Christine on Dark Mysteries and the Witching Hour Chronicles. And thank you again so much for hopping on.
Oh, I enjoyed it. We should definitely do it again sometime.
Absolutely, anytime. All right, well, thank you everybody for listening. Until next time.
Thank you for
Bye.
listening. If you need more content or just want to help support the podcast, head on over to patreon.com and search Ouch, Was That a Ghost? If you need some snazzy merch, you can find it at crowdmade.com by searching Ouch, Was That a Ghost? If you have a story you'd like to share, you can email it to ouchwasthataghost@yahoo.com. You can also find us on Facebook and all the other social media platforms under Ouch, Was That a Ghost?
Help me.
All links can also be found on ouchwasthataghost.com.
It's time for The Broken Brain. In fact, it's time for any podcast right now because that is how the medium works. You can listen whenever you want. Hi, Dwight here. I'm the host and creator of The Broken Brain, a podcast looking at the intersection between psychology and culture. Every week, I try to find interesting people who are curious about the world and have learned a lot that they're going to share with us. My guests range from therapists to psychologists, researchers, medical professionals, artists, authors, filmmakers, and a whole host of advocates and experts doing all kinds of good work throughout the world. We're highlighting healing, art, nonprofit work, and just anything that can make the world be a little safer, a little better, and a lot more interesting. And it's infinitely more interesting if you're involved. Check out The Broken Brain wherever you go to get your podcasts.